teacher and everyone. My name is Karen, and I am the coordinator of this group. Today, my team and I will present our cases to the analysis. My team members are Anai, Carol, Ruth, Jennifer, and Joanna. To begin with, we want to explain how a child learns two languages at the same time. Many people think that learning two languages causes confusion in the brain. However, modern science shows that this is not true. On the contrary, bilingualism is very good for the mind and offers many benefits. Especially we choose the case of a boy named Leo. He is 8 years old. In this presentation, we will connect Leo's real life with the ideas of an expert named Elaine M.G., who wrote an important article in 2015. Now, Anai will tell you more details about Leo.
Case study. Leo is an 8 years old student and his language situation is very interesting because he receives two different inputs. On the one hand, his family only speaks Spanish at home, and this is the primary environment. On the other hand, he studies English at the school. He is enrolled in a special program called a two-way immersion program. Consequently, this situation is excellent for him. His school helps him maintain his first language while he learns the second language. As a result, Leo can communicate very well with his parents in Spanish and also with his teacher in English.
Thank you, Anai. Hello, teachers and friends. To understand Leo's case, we need to know the difference between two words, bilingualism and biliteracy. First, bilingualism is about oral skills, namely listening and speaking. In contrast, biliteracy is an advanced state where a person can also read and write very well in both languages. Leo is developing biliteracy because high school teaches reading and writing in both systems at the same time. Second, we need to reject an old idea called the balance hypothesis. These old theories say that the human brain is like a small box. It claimed that if you put a second language in the box, you lose space for the first language. On the contrary, we believe in addictive bilingual models. These models show that learning two languages activates good connection in the brain and does not cause confusion. Next, Ruth will connect this with our research article.
Thank you, Carol. Hello, everyone. As the researcher integrator, I studied the article Elaine N from 2015, and her paper is called Bilingualism, Biliteracy, and Cognitive Effects. By integrating her study into our case, we found something called cross-linguistic transfer. Owing to the fact that English and Spanish are both alphabetic languages, they share similar rules for letters and sounds. For this reason, Leon can use his Spanish reading skills to help his English reading skills. As a result, he understands the connection between sounds and writing letters faster than monolingual children. In accordance with Eng's analysis, Leo's Spanish doesn't cause bad interference or permanent mistakes. Instead, it serves as a bridge that helps him learn English faster. Now, Jennifer will explain the cognitive analysis, please.
Thank you, Ruth. Hello, I will explain the advantage and change in Leo's brain. Evidently, Leo has high metalinguistic awareness. This means he can think deeply about how language rules work. In addition, because he uses two languages every day, his brain is always exercising. Therefore, He has excellent exhaustive functions. He can focus easily, change tasks fast, and indeed, the language he does not need. On the other hand, he also has a small change. For example, he has a smaller vocabulary for semantics categories compared to children who speak only one language brain. Sorry, not less, this is not a disease or a deficit, it is just a natural characteristic of a bilingual brain, and the patient depends on his practice. Moreover, he sometimes needs a little more time to remember specific words or complex grammar rules. This is completely normal because his brain is managing two full grammatical frameworks. Now, Joanna will give the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hello, classmates and teacher. Based on Leo's case, I designed three simple recommendations for his teachers. First, teachers should use cross-linguistic activities. In doing so, they can help Leo connect words he already knows in Spanish with new words in English, which accelerates his learning. Second, the school must promote extensive reading. In order to help Leo with his vocabulary, he needs to read interesting books in both languages. According to famous hypothesis, reading in context naturally expands the lexicon. Third, teachers need to maintain a strict separation of languages in class. To illustrate, during English time, everyone must speak only English. By avoiding mixing the languages randomly, teachers can reduce confusion in Leo's neurofunctional system. Now, Karen will conclude.
In conclusion, Leo's case shows us how the bilingual brain works. He has a single big system wide separate linguistic subsystems, while managing two languages has a small processing cost. The cognitive benefits, like focus and mental flexibility, are much bigger. Ultimately, this case proves that formal bilingual education is wonderful for children's development. Thank you very much for your attention.